we're live. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to this week's episode of LicataLive. I'm Mary, and this is David.
David, and I'm Pancho.
Pancho, our greeter.
Yeah.
I don't think we've done LicataLive together yet, David.
No,
I think
actually,
this is our first one.
We haven't. We've been paired up with our other colleagues here, but today, here we are, middle of the summer.
Yeah.
It's been going crazy. It's
going by too fast.
Way too fast.
Yeah.
Way too fast. Mm-hmm.
So we got a couple of things going on. Just a few reminders. First thing is that we are working with the Lake of the Woods Lions Club, and we're supporting the school supply drive. So we're collecting school supplies here at the office for the rest of the week this week. So you can drop off your donations here at our Licata Group office between now and Friday, end of the day Friday. We're here till 5:30 on Friday. And when you come, you'll be entered to win two tickets. Yes.
Yep, for the Fred Nats game on Saturday, July the 31st. You'll see this is already posted in our window here. And there's also a list of the things that the schools are looking for, and they'd really like us to try and stick to these things so that the kids can all be fully equipped with returning to normal school.
Yeah.
No.
Hopefully.
Not school from home and online anymore, which will be good.
Yeah. So here in Orange County, school starts August 11th, I think. Yes, August 11th. And I know that there's a lot of need this year for school supplies. So if you can, certainly come by and drop off some things from the list. And if you're too busy to shop, but you want to help out, we were happy to accept checks or cash donations as well that will be put towards school supplies for Locust Grove Primary School and Locust Grove Elementary School.
And as you said, it's been run by the Lioness Club, and apart from here at our office, they're also doing it at the front gate entrance to Lake of the Woods from the 10th, on July the 10th and July the 24th from 9 to 1 p.m. So they'll probably have a little table set up there.
And if you want to write a check, please make it out to the LOW Lioness Foundation and write school supplies in the memo, if you would. So we appreciate any help you can give with that. Let's see, what else? This week we have, is it this week or?
Yeah, I think it's this Saturday. We have another Music on the Point.
Friday, I think, right?
Friday?
Friday night, yep.
Sorry.
That's okay.
But Music on the Point at the clubhouse in the lake, and this will be the second one this year. The first one was well attended. It was just great to see the crowds out, and we will be there. We'll be quite close to the dock area. John, Pat, and the rest of our team. We try to find the same spot that is not right up at the front where the band is, but has a great location, nice view of the lake, and you're able to hear the band and see all the action. So please stop by and perhaps have a soft drink or an adult beverage with us while we're enjoying the concert on Friday night. Look forward to that.
Yeah. So we have a couple of people on. I was just looking to see if we have any questions so far. Doesn't look like we have any questions yet, but if anyone who's watching does have any questions, please go ahead and just type them in the box, and we'll certainly address them. Something else I think we mentioned a couple of weeks ago that the Licata Group is doing that we're really excited about is that we bought a house that we're renovating here in Lake of the Woods, which is coming along really nicely. We should be, when do you think it'll be on the market?
I think the way things have been going, it'll probably be within the next 3 weeks, I would think.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, definitely in the next 3 weeks.
Yeah.
And it's a great little project. It's a renovation project, as many people around the lake know. There's some homes that they just need a little updating, and they've maybe got a little bit distressed over time. And with Pat and John living here for so long, and with the team being right here, it's really nice to get involved. And we kind of, not jokingly, but really refer to it as when we do these projects. And Pat's done about 4 or 5 before this, but this time we're doing it all as a team. We're really beautifying the community and the lake, and we're bringing something back. It's funny because I've been working at the house a couple of times, and I know you have too, Mary, but a couple of times I've had neighbours stop by and actually thank us and actually say, this is so good, you know, we're so happy that you're doing this, because this was the one little house on the street that was really not in such good repair and so on. And so it's very satisfying, and we've got a lot. You were ordering the granite and stuff for it the other day. And I think it's going to be really nice.
Yeah, it's been going really well. We didn't have, luckily we didn't have too many surprises. Knock on wood, I guess. We still have a few things to go, but it's been a great experience, and we're definitely going to do more of this. So if you know of a distressed property that needs fixing up, or something where, it's been abandoned, or just someone who wants to unload a rental property maybe that needs work, certainly let us know, because this is something that we'd like to do more of.
And it's also something, Mary, that I find, we're on this particular one, we've done new roof, new flooring, obviously paint, quite a bit of new electrical work,
new HVAC,
brand new HVAC,
all new appliances,
and some of these little rambler houses, I refer to them as like Model T Fords. They're really built solid. They last forever. They don't have a lot of digital stuff going on in them. They're basic. And you just bring them back to what they originally were, but you do it with today's stuff, and you've got a great home. It's almost like getting a new home without the nail pops and with a garden that's already done and so on. So I think that it's great. And one of the things it does is it brings together some of the things that we do for our clients anyway, because we've got a great referral network of suppliers and contractors and so on. And so we're using them for some of these projects, and so we're actually getting to see what they do firsthand on something that we own, the same way as they do for our clients when somebody's thinking of listing their house and they're thinking about getting some paint done or some carpet and so on. So we're working with those folks, which is great.
Yeah. So let me see if we have any questions. I don't think we do right now. Something we wanted to talk about today is, we've been talking a lot about, the real estate market. We always do. We follow it closely. And most people know that it's been a seller's market for some time now. We've talked a little bit the last few weeks about things shifting just a little bit and slowing down somewhat. There are more houses on the market now than there have been in the last, I don't know, would you say, David, maybe
18 months probably, yeah, since
at least a year, yeah.
Pre-COVID.
And while it's still a really strong market to sell, we find that a lot of people have kind of the misconception that right now they can really kind of cut corners and just get away with listing their house not in great condition maybe, or
do you really need to have professional photographs?
Right.
Yes, you do.
Yeah. And, you can only do what you can do. Some people have financial constraints or, other reasons why it's hard for them to get work done on their house. But when, you're just listing it to, I guess, get away with the bare minimum, you really are leaving money on the table. That's kind of what we wanted to talk about, just, why it's important to have your house looking at its best when you're going to list it, taking care of, minor repair issues that you know of, sprucing up paint, staging it or having it professionally staged if need be, and just, really having your house present in the best possible light to get maximum dollar for your house.
Nothing has changed. People still go to the internet, first of all, to find properties. And so without good photographs, without, I call it words and music, but without the right description, proper grammar, proper spelling, small things that are so important, because it really sets the tone for when somebody comes to your house. They've already looked at it online. They've looked at what pictures there were online. So you really do want to make sure that is still, even though houses are selling quickly and have been selling quickly, you still want to make sure that the process is followed. And we've been doing it for so long at the Licata Group. We know that process works, whether it's in a seller's market or in a buyer's market. you follow the process, you do all the things, and you will get the result. You won't be leaving equity on the table. You'll get the most out of your sale.
Right, and there are some things that really, regardless of what kind of market it is, that we know that will net you more money. So you always want to be the best house in your price range. And even if that means, you're in more of a buyer's market where buyers are offering a little bit less, or, homes are staying on the market for a little bit longer, or if it's in a seller's market where you get multiple offers and that kind of thing, you're still going to net top dollar if your house presents and shows better than the other houses in the same price range. So that's something that we were talking about today. And a lot of these things don't cost a lot of money to do. We have home inspectors come through, and, you can even have a pre-inspection done so that you can catch things before they're a major issue and before they come up in the home inspection. And that gives you more time to get them taken care of before it goes on the market. That way you can get better prices from contractors. You're not in a time crunch where you only have, maybe a couple days to decide and you have to go with someone who's more expensive. Since a lot of contractors right now are very backed up and, can't get out right away, it gives you a little bit more freedom as far as that goes, and just time to get it done and to get it done right at the best possible price.
Yeah. And Mary, you've got some of the things that don't cost money in terms of tips for getting your house ready, right here. Right. And I think these are the things. I mean, yes, when we meet with somebody who's going to be listing their house and they want to sell it quickly, and they don't have time, or they may have some money, but they just don't have time and they can't find the contractors to come in and do this stuff, like you said. At least they can do these things. Mm-hmm. And these things are just basics, which we supply to everybody, but it really just, the way I look at it is, because you and I, we both take people in to look at houses all the time.
Right.
And so we, in the back of our own heads, are comparing it to a house that we at the Licata group would be listing. And I sometimes walk in and my eyes are being drawn to stuff that I know is detracting not just me, but my buyers who are with me from looking at the whole house, looking at the whole rooms, mm-hmm. looking at the ceiling heights and things like that, because certain things are laying out. Personal items, particularly mm-hmm. photographs, family photographs. Everybody has them, everybody loves them, but it really does distract. When we're showing a house, it really does distract the buyer, because they start saying, I wonder where they're, I wonder,
is this them?
Yeah, is this them? I wonder why they're moving.
How many kids they have?
Yeah.
Do you think these are their grandkids? Yeah, all the time.
Exactly. And you try to help them to sort of say, well, what do you think of the house? I mean, this is a wonderful room. Isn't this good? Would this work for you? But they're being distracted. And so those are things that you can easily address yourselves as you go to market, and as you get your house ready for photographs and for it to be out there online, and for people to see it and then hopefully come and visit it.
Mm-hmm. So on that, the things that we were talking about that people are not doing because they think that their house will sell anyway, and it probably will sell anyway. But are you maximizing, your net, your bottom line, and getting as much money as you possibly can for the property? Probably not, if you're not doing these things. So what do you see? I mean, as far as this goes, what do you think are some of the things that people are trying to avoid? Well,
I think the generally cleaning out things. I still am amazed the number of times I walk into houses and all the blinds are closed.
Yeah.
I try to get, actually, I mean, it's been quite good through the last year where, we weren't riding around together in cars, so we weren't always showing up at the same time. So I would try to get to any showings ahead of my buyers so that I could go in and make sure lights were on, windows were open, blinds and curtains were drawn open so that there was light in the house. It still amazes me how many times when I show up at a house, everything is so dark.
Yeah.
And that to me is, it's almost like, what are we hiding in this darkness?
Lighting is a big thing, and it's generally not very expensive. And I mean, you're talking about more once it's already on the market, and preparing for your actual showings. Yes, when your house is on the market and you have showings scheduled, you always want to open all the blinds, have all of the lights on, but pre-listing wise, lighting is something that you can do that doesn't cost a whole lot of money, that makes a huge difference. So if you have one thing that just always just looks really bad, that a lot, people might not even notice the source, but they notice that something's off, is when you have a bunch of different types of light bulbs. Yes. So, sometimes you have, and it's a great mystery to me why this actually happens, but if you have a chandelier or something that has several different, it's like, how do they burn out at different times? You know what I mean? Like, why wouldn't they all just burn out at the same time?
I know.
But I've seen it where there's like several different light bulbs of different, different wattage, different brightness, sometimes different color, the cool tone or the warm tone, and it really just doesn't look good. And it's just something simple. So anytime you're listing your house for sale, you want to check all your light bulbs and make sure, first of all, that you don't have any that are burnt out, and also that they match, and that you have, and that the lighting in the house, enhances the house, not makes it
exactly. No,
creepy.
it's a pet peeve actually with my wife. She's not big on the newer bulbs and so on, apart from having different ones. So my wife went out and bought as many of the old incandescent bulbs. I think she took Lowe's and Home Depot and bought the whole lot, because she wanted enough, because she likes that warm lighting in a house, not the sort of cold,
that stark
lighting and so on. So which is fine for bathrooms and kitchens and so on. But anyway, lighting is huge. The other thing is, this goes back actually to our renovation project. Even though certain materials have gone up in price, like lumber's been a big thing for builders, and it's gone up in price. Lumber at the source is beginning to level off, but we haven't seen it at the Home Depot level or Lowe's level. It's still very expensive for 2x4s, pressure treated, etc. But one of the things that still is reasonably inexpensive is carpet and flooring. I mean, we bought that really nice luxury vinyl tile, or plank, from, I think it was Lumber Liquidators, and I think it was $1.95 or something a square foot. I mean, it was very reasonable, and it looks great. It looks really nice in the house. It's easy to take care of, and I think the reason why some people maybe don't want to do things to get their house ready isn't necessarily because of the cost, but and even maybe not the time. It's just that they don't know where to start. They have no idea how much things cost. They don't know contractors who can do it. And that's where we can help. That's the kind of thing where, like you said, we know a lot of contractors. We can help people get that stuff done. And even, obviously we wouldn't be giving exact estimates, but we know the range of prices that things cost. So that's something that we can do as part of our service when we're listing your property, or even, just, a consultation about what you should do and what items, you get the most bang for the buck. And sometimes people hold off on even, interviewing us or calling us to come and look at things, because they're thinking, I've got to do that first of all. I've got to do it. Well, the thing is, you should connect with us first of all, because we'll actually try to help you as to what you should do and what you don't need to do. Because a lot of times people say, well, I really need to replace that carpet, and they go to replace it, and they replace it with either their own choice, the same taste that they had before. Well, that might not be what is the perfect color combination for the market, and they may spend a lot more money on that than they actually needed to do. So having that consultation with us is really worthwhile, even when the house is not ready for visitors, is what I would say. But that's still a great time to do it, because we can help save money on the projects.
Right. There's some things that you just don't get the return on investment on. And like in your example with the carpet, sometimes it's better, even if the carpet isn't, the best, sometimes it's better just to have it cleaned.
Yes.
And wait and see.
And restretched.
Because,
sometimes.
Sometimes it's all it needs, because, there's some people that don't like carpet anyway. So they're planning on, as soon as they buy the house, they're going to go and replace it.
Right.
And then you've just spent that money for nothing. So, it's best to get that information from us before you go out and do these things. And like David said, you don't have to do anything to get the house ready for us. We've seen it all. So before you do all these things, we can come and kind of help walk you through what needs to be done.
Exactly.
Yeah. So let's see. We have a couple people on. I don't see any questions right now. Does anyone, before we wrap things up, does anyone have anything that they want to ask?
Let's see.
No?
Anything? No?
All right.
Well, we wish everybody a continued good summer.
Yep.
The weather's been great here at the lake and all around Central Virginia and Northern Virginia. It's been good, and we've got a few events coming up, like we talked about in the beginning of the show. So hopefully we'll see you out there. That's what we enjoy. We enjoy meeting people. Stop by the office and drop off some things for the school kids. That would be great, and we will see you soon.
Yeah. Take care.
All the best. Bye.